Hmm. Yeah, definitely in every way. There's something really magical that happens when you're taking something that works. And for me, it's my first experience with enzymes. And I I really felt so supported by them, by the enzymes themselves and the power that they hold, that it allowed me to just trust what they were opening for me to experience in my body, and the wholeness that they brought forward for me to deepen my own surrender into what they were kind of creating for me to experience. So yeah, it was a very cohesive type of molding. Like there was a unification that happened within my within all my selves, really, my mental body, my spiritual body, my emotional body, physical body, of course. And yeah, it was just really magical. It was something that I kept feeling throughout the rainbow cleanse. I was, wow, I'm really just in awe. Just had to kind of truly sit back and be like, wow, this is what's happening in my body. And it's that energy of awe that kind of allowed me to trust in the process a lot more and to surrender into what the enzymes were gifting me, which was more of myself, ultimately, more of my own energy, my own body, my own functionality, the ways that my organs are meant to work, you know? So, yeah, just all of it. Oh, there's no, I've done many styles of cleansing. My journey coming back into my body has been a beautiful, long, wonderful experience. But yeah, it's been experience, and part of that is, what works for my body, what types of modalities and cleanses will allow me to come back to myself even more and to kind of have that contact. And I've done, juice fasts, water fasts, and those are incredible ways for me to come back to myself, but in a different way. It's a different holding that I'm experiencing with myself when I'm on a water fast. I'm really emptying myself, so other things are coming forward for me to be in contact with. But with the enzymes, there was so much more grace and availability in my body to just be present with myself instead of like really needing, almost like on a water fast, there was a lot of, moving out and in of consciousness. But with the enzymes, I was really able to stay in my body and in my experience and in contact with what the enzymes were providing me with. So yeah, there was a lot more contact with myself, I would say. Yeah, the grace that the enzymes open. It's very seamless. It's very seamless. It kind of just happens, and there's going into it, there was a lot of trust. I felt very supported by, the team and the group, and just hearing about the enzymes themselves, and then having my initial experience, which just blew me away to see what my body was able to release, even though I've been cleansing for so long, so many years of these practices, to still have that type of release. Yeah, there's nothing close to what the enzymes provided my body with. Yeah, and the the type of availability and energetic charge that they bring out, it's very graceful. It's like it's held in it's almost like a protective type of energy where I know my body is being protected and taken care of with these enzymes within me. So the amount that I'm able to release kind of just happens in that seamless flow, because there's no decrease in what I'm doing. It's almost like I'm increasing what I'm putting within me in order to allow for even greater of a release. There's that type of seamlessness that I loved. Yeah, you can feel the amount of light coming into your body, and the reconnection that I feel like the enzymes provide. They kind of give you the space to be in that emptiness with more charge, with more electric charge, to kind of be present with your emptiness. And there's like this element of grounding where I feel like the enzymes provided me with, whereas water fasting, there was much more ungrounded movements, so there's me sitting with my emptiness I'm really like, it took more for me to sit with my emptiness, whereas the enzymes gave that type of vital life force that allowed me to remain present in my experience and kind of remain in contact and conversation with what my body was going through, and to just be in that witness space of, this is what my body is needing, and I need to be present for it. I need to be like actively surrendering into the process that my body is almost generating for itself with the assistance of the enzymes. Like, they're creating the experience and I'm with them. It's that co-creative healing process that, I've never felt anything like it than I have with the enzymes.
Different.
Ooh. Yeah, I feel like I had so many. Let me just take a moment to integrate and reflect on them. Yeah, well, with the liver, so I just did my second liver flush over this past weekend, which was vastly different than the first one that I did it with the rainbow, which I love. So I love that you just shared that, because they were opposing energies that I was able to move through and experiences. But my first liver flush was very building. There was a lot building in my body during that day with the enzymes, and kind of, just taking care of my body through just practices that I know how to do. But the beautiful thing is, it's like the enzymes took me exactly where I needed to go. And I just had to continually create the space for them to do their thing and to really work through my energy body and my physical body, because they were creating so much inside of me. And then to be able to take the flesh, and I love the instructions with that liver flesh, to be in that meditative space. Everything that was building with the enzymes throughout the day just came forward in that meditative space. All of these old pains and energies that, I've never connected with my liver like that before, but I connected with my liver, and I felt everything that it was holding on to that was not in service. It was not helping it do its best job for my body. So the space that liver cleanse took me through, that experience was really profound. All those energies came up for me to witness in that space. And then the next day, to have a full physical release, and to kind of just look at what remained that was inside of my body, that kind of my liver brought forward in that meditative space that was not helpful. And then for it to physically release, it was just such a gift. I woke up the next day and I was laying there just in pure gratitude, being like, I am a new human. I feel like a new version of myself. Released all of this weight. Yeah, that was just in my liver. And it was really beautiful to feel that light come back into my body after that.
Totally.
And this second flesh was completely different. It was like before, it was everything my liver was holding on to energetically and physically. And the second time, it was just like vast space. It was almost like the space that I created. I was able to tap into that. And the interesting thing is, I've had so much more release in the past 3 days, 2 days after my second flush. So it's just like there's just been more space that's been created from the first one and now the second one for more to just kind of flow out, which again, it's just such a gift. It feels so good to receive, yeah, more of myself.
Aspects.
It is. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's a true gift to create more space for more of yourself to be present with yourself, and it's not out of decrease or limitation. It's actually out of more, taking in more energy, more light, more movement, more release. There's a greater capacity that is allowing for, yeah, just for more of you to be online. And I definitely felt that. And especially like I came to this cleanse because I've been on this healing journey for so long. And at one point, I felt as though I wasn't absorbing all of the goodness that I was giving myself. And I received that message from my body that the love that I'm giving myself isn't fully being digested. So, like supplements and all that just didn't feel like it was moving through me any longer in the way that it used to. So, absorption was one of the main things that brought me to ZenCleanz. And to feel now on the other side of it, that everything that I'm taking in now, I can feel its movement inside of me. And I can feel that I'm actually receiving all of the goodness that I'm putting inside of myself, which is, yeah, that's extremely impactful and super profound. Yeah, to give yourself exactly what you need and to be able to feel that it is moving within you. It's a true gift.